While Opie was working out at the gym, his wife did something that hurt his heart. She really did more than just lift weights. He didn't agree to follow this workout plan. My wife can't stop going to the gym, and it's ruining our marriage. My wife is 30 years old and has always worked out and been in good shape. But I think it's becoming too much now. She worked out at a gym a lot when she was in college. At some point, she stopped going to the gym. These days, she likes to work out at home or go for runs outside because she has a lot going on. She said about 18 months ago that she was going to start going to the gym again. Now that she had a job, she had more time to work on it. It was fine at first, but it happened more and more often over time. Of course, she agreed to go to class both Saturday and Sunday. She made going to the gym every day a habit. Then it changed to every morning before work and again at night. Every single day. When she is worried, she works out. Have you been having a hard time? She immediately goes to the gym. He runs to the gym after the fight. She's almost 4 months along now. It's amazing that we had time to have a child at all. I know it's safe for her to work out because she did it often before she got pregnant. But she's not cutting back on how hard she works out. Like a drug junkie who can't get their fix, she gets very angry if she misses one of her sessions. It's very strange. This really does show what it means to have too much of a good thing. She gets angry when I tell her that it's becoming a dangerous habit and that I miss spending time with her because she's always there for me. She seems to enjoy time with her friends more than with me, out of everyone in that group. Let's work out together at the gym. She says her time is at the gym. At this point, the fact that she's in great shape and I'm not seems to bother me. I work out to stay in shape. I can't take a break, even though I want to. I have to stay in shape for work. I'm sure that the way she works out at the gym is bad for her. She works out way too much, for starters. That's kind of like it. Even worse, I believe she's using it to run away from her real life. She has never fixed things that go wrong in her life. That's it. She quickly goes to the gym to feel better. She also doesn't really do anything else because she goes to the gym so often. I need to do everything and make the food now. She doesn't have to do all of them, but we should try to do them all together. I've even heard about it from people we know. Some people have said she looks different and works out a lot. Family and friends don't see her as often as they used to. Some have even said they think she's seeing someone there besides him. Please let me know if this sounds right. This is fine with her, she says. For their thoughts, and the group will share them. To begin, I believe she works out to escape the stress in her life. She probably has always wanted to be in charge, and she has a hard time letting go now that she is. You're always in charge at the gym. For the same reason that people who like to be in charge like pulling weights. The AP says, yeah, she's someone who is really stressed out about life, someone who was always upset. She is very stressed out at work, and it's almost caused her to have a breakdown more than once. These people told her to deal with her stress by doing something, so she began going to the gym. Someone else speaks up. It's one thing for people to think it's an affair. I believe this is more likely, though. I saw this post and thought of myself at one point. There were times when I went to the gym for 2 hours. Every week I ran 30 to 40 miles. I would be mad if I didn't go on my run or if someone changed my plans. I would have to make it up the next day, which would make me sad and stressed out. Before I work out, I can't enjoy anything. From what you said, it sounds like she is really into working out. She feels in charge when she works out at the gym. This may be because she is pregnant and her body is changing. Like OCD, it's an obsession, and she will need to work out more over time to get that high. She could be getting ready for the best baby lift while she works out. She could say it now, while she still has the chance. A woman's body changes a lot while she is pregnant. Going to the gym might feel like the only thing she can do right now. Remember that you won't be able to sleep much after the baby comes because you'll both be changing diapers. So why not start going to the gym now? Changes. My wife can't stop going to the gym, and it's ruining our marriage. Changes. I wrote not long ago how much my wife loves going to the gym. To put it another way, a need. She spends most of her free time there. She goes at least twice a day, and sometimes 3 times if we fight at night, and she needs to leave instead of talking to me. We both don't want to go to the gym. Her gym is hers and mine is mine. That's how she thinks things should be now. I wish she could come with me. I've asked her to come more than once. She is about 18 weeks along right now. This is our first child. She worked out a lot before she got pregnant, even though she's not pregnant yet. I wasn't sure she was telling on me. It came up in the last thread, which made me laugh. It looks like she works out a lot. She looks great. She's definitely going there. I was not going to cheat, and I wasn't even thinking about it when I posted 9 days ago. It makes me feel bad that I said I thought she was reliable too soon after reading many of the comments on my last post. She didn't mean to leave her phone behind, but she did. She put it on the kitchen table. Even though it made me feel bad, I decided to quickly read her texts. At the moment, she was talking to a guy about technology. I knew the name because she talks a lot about that guy at the gym. A lot of people there are her friends, and she went to one of their weddings last fall. It wasn't too scary for me before I started reading the books. I did not want to know what the guy's dick looked like before. I had to scroll quickly because she was the only one who left the room for a minute or two. I was very mad. I asked her what the F was going on because I was shocked. She yelled at me when I looked at her phone. It was making me crazy that she was so obsessed with the gym, I told her. It made me feel bad that I looked when I knew I wouldn't find anything. She said it was nothing. It wasn't nothing to me. She seemed very interested in his nothing. I was curious about whether she had been kissing him. For how long? That's what she said. I broke her phone by slamming it on the ground before I left the house because I was so mad. She called me names after I broke her phone. I got hit really hard in the back. Left. I went to see my brother. My brother and sister-in-law were shocked. She talked about how weird it was that my wife was always at the gym, especially with my sister-in-law. I went home. She was sad in bed. She clearly couldn't call me or anyone else. It was really thick on her. I don't think you'll ever go back home. Take a break. I took her phone to get fixed tonight. Even though she didn't deserve it, I feel bad that I broke her phone. I'm not sure how deep it is yet. She will only tell me what I saw. Did they text? Is it bad enough, or even worse? For some reason she won't give me her phone, and is now trying to make me look like a bad person who hurts her, because I broke it. It made me want to body slam her after she punched me. It wasn't my best time. I've never done that to her before, and I never will. Let's listen to what people in the area say. Okay, things are bad and will soon get even worse. Let's get to the point and find out what's going on. There's no question that your wife is cheating on you. It has a body. She does more than just get and send pictures. She has been telling you lies about it for a while now, and she still is. Right now, what you saw on her phone is only the beginning. That was before she got pregnant, based on your last post, and the fact that she has always insisted on having her own gym. This is clear to understand in terms of the baby and your role as a father. Remember that she lied to you before and will lie again. Now it's just a matter of how big and bad the lies are. Don't think it's impossible. Remember that just a few days ago you didn't think she could be seeing someone else. She wasn't mad at you in bed. She broke down in tears because she was scared about herself and what your discovery means for her. She is selfish and doesn't care about you. Do not mess up her tears. These are crocodile tears. This is not good. 5-alarm fire bad. You can only decide what to do and how to react to what she does. You now have some strength. Now is the time to get as much as you can, like her full phone records, her social media accounts, and any texts she has deleted. This is only important because it will show the truth, not because it will keep this safe. Don't let anything get to you. Things are not going to get better until they get much worse. I really hoped that wouldn't happen, but you can't always believe what someone says. It looks like you and your partner are moving in together. Don't want to face the truth. You could avoid your problems by going to the gym by yourself instead of seeing a therapist with your partner, right? You can see why she wants to work on her squats so much right now. To get away from a fight, you need strong legs. And it makes you wonder if the baby she has is really yours. I do not wish to say it. Changes. It's possible. Do now that you know it. But it's not going to be simple. You might have never done anything so hard before. But now you know for sure that ending this marriage is the right thing to do. The op says, she messed up my life, but I don't feel anything right now. I don't feel anything right now. It was bad enough that she cheated on me with someone else. But she couldn't stop when she found out she was pregnant. Otherwise, I might have been able to leave. I might still be able to do it. I won't be sure of that until the test results come back. She's pretty sure it's my child. After that, I'll always have to deal with her. People who used to be together will raise my child who are no longer together. The bike at the gym will be their mom. She might even go live with her family, bring my kid with you. But then she couldn't be near the guy at the gym who makes her feel good and FS her. I didn't blame her, it was so amazing and exciting. She made me hate being a dad, even though this isn't my kid. If this isn't my child and I can get away from it, how could I not think of this when I have my own kid? I was so happy to have this child with her. Even though it wasn't what we had planned, I was really excited. Names have been picked out. I've been through a lot. Does she do this to me now? No matter who their dad is. That goes for this poor kid as well. I'm sorry, Op. Think about what's going on in the world for a while. In a strange way, you have to guess who the dad is. You will have been dealt a bad hand. She doesn't seem to feel bad about cheating on you. She feels bad about getting caught. It's all fun and games, until your partner cheats on you. Also, she wasn't going to tell you that it might not have been yours, Op. I hope you know that. She didn't want to be by herself and pregnant. Changes. My wife is moving in with a repair partner. They care about each other. My life is now just a trashy talk show during the day. The woman I used to be married to and thought was classy is now a complete jerk. Today she told everyone that she's moving in with a repair partner from the gym. She is going to have a baby soon. It might be mine or his. She doesn't want to get blood drawn for a DNA test. That no one will see what I post on my page, but I don't want to make another post in a forum. Today my wife asked me to skip work so we could talk. Yesterday she stayed in bed all day and tried to make me feel bad for her. I didn't listen to her, because I had to leave for my family's Super Bowl party. I did not want to go, but I also did not want to be with her at home. She was very upset that I left. It's not fair that they would just leave to go to a party. She texted me for days things like, "Who just leaves like that when something like this is going on? I stayed home today to talk to her." She cried a lot. She's sorry a lot. She said she really did work out twice a day because she likes it. That's where her friends are. She's glad about it. She likes it. She met this guy there, and he started to flirt with her. Everyone likes him. He's a really cool guy. I didn't know that cool people went to clubs. She told him she flirted back, but it didn't work out. She didn't flirt back much at first, but because he made her feel good, she did it without even thinking about it. She said it seemed like they would text each other when she was younger and had a crush on someone. They were just friends at first. There was no sex between them for a few months, but she loved every word he sent her. They really liked each other, but she told him she was married and that they could never be together. Until they went too far, he kept playing with her and saying, "Sure, let's not go." Because she feels bad about herself. She begged me to be hers for a week and tried to talk to me and get my attention. I didn't believe any of it. I haven't paid her much attention, and when we did talk, I didn't go on for too long. Even though we've been living together, I'm moving on and will never work with her again. That didn't work. She pouted and tried to get my attention and a gold star for not going to the gym for 5 days in a row. Today she texted me to say she's moving in with him. In some way, I still care about this person. But I've already talked to a lawyer. I care about her as a person, and as the mother of my child, even if we are not married. It hurt to hear her say she was going to be with him. She shouldn't leave the house, I told her. I told her she might want to talk to a lawyer. She doesn't seem to care about anything. I don't think she needs to move in with anyone. I feel bad for her because she can't be by herself. I asked her what story she's been telling him the whole time since she said he didn't know she was pregnant. He knows it's her child, but she said he doesn't care. He loves her and wants to be with her. It's odd that he can't find anyone else. Someone who is not married and has a baby? Why would you do that? I don't get it. He's scum. But he looks good and seems to have a job and a place to live. That means you can't tell me your only choice is my married, pregnant wife. I don't think that guy would want to deal with all that stuff if he wasn't single and had other things to do. What will happen if this child is really mine? They're going to spend half the time living with my wife and this weasel. I don't understand how things got so bad. Why does she think having to go get blood drawn is a big deal? Changes. A DNA test is fine with my wife. My wife moved in with the guy she's seeing last weekend. It didn't cost her much. Most of her things are still in this house. But I didn't say anything to her after she left. I still think she was waiting for me to beg her to come home. It was a strange mix of being happy, mad, and sad. I don't think I ate anything before last night. I was never hungry. I had a little too much to drink, but I'm fine. Since I've gotten so many messages, it's hard on my emotions to answer them all and type the same things over and over. That's why I'm making this update. I don't want to talk about her a lot. She texted me this morning to say she was going to get her cheating partner's DNA tested. Before he asked for one, that didn't bother her, but now that he has, she thinks it's a great idea. It will cost less to have 2 dads test it together, so she asked me if I would like to send one. I don't care how much it costs right now, I just need to know. I don't need to see her talk to them. I'm the only one who needs to make an appointment with the lab to have my cheek swabbed. That's what I'm going to do this Saturday. In a week you should get the results. I'll take what I can get instead of having her drag this out for another 20 weeks. That's the end of it. I'm fine. Every day I go to work and try to get things done, but I feel like I'm not moving forward. I miss her. I really don't like that she's with him. I feel bad about it. Sometimes I really want to beg her to come home. It will be even worse if I find out that my child is with him. Unless the news makes him break up with her. I'm not going to beg her. I'm not going to do those things with her. The people in the area have thoughts. This morning, she texted me to say that she was going to get a DNA test because her fair partner wants one. Because she told him he was the dad, I'm sure he agreed to let her date and move in with him. He now thinks, Lenia, you might be the dad she moved in with, and they've talked about more than just small talk in the showers. He wants to take the DNA test first to be sure he's the father. I promise that if it turns out that you are the dad, he will hit her. if I were you. I already would have gotten a divorce and changed the locks on the doors. She made the choice to go by herself. It's no longer her home. You might not be able to get a divorce finalized before she gives birth, but you can get 99.9999% of the way there before then. She should also let her folks know that she has moved out and is now living with baby daddy, her boyfriend. She lives with baby daddy, not yours, so they should call her there if they need to talk to her. You don't want to do it. Yes, I'm sure that's also true. What should I do if my kid is kicked out? I'll let her come back for sure, even though I don't want to stay married. I can't let her be homeless while she's pregnant with my child. That you should only think about today and not the things that might happen tomorrow. But that's hard to do. It's crazy that you lived with her before that. But really, it seems like something from a reality TV show that your wife just up and moved in with her gym friend. That's a good job of staying calm while living with the queen of the RV park, who is leaving soon. It seemed like you were the main character in your own episode of Living with the Enemy. You can finally get your room and mind back now that she's gone. There's no doubt that things are hard. You seem to be stuck until you find out if you're the dad. It looks like a fair partner is going through the same thing. She's just under his watch until he's sure it's his child. The kind of guys who wouldn't think twice about breaking up with her, no matter what are on my mind. Last word on the relationship and pregnancy of my wife. There was talk of hitting someone, so it was likely taken out of the remaining infidelity sub. She met a guy at the gym and has been seeing him since at least September of last year. She is about 22 weeks along right now. She was about 17 weeks old when I found out she was stealing. It made me feel better that she wouldn't get a DNA test, even though she was sure I was the father. We just got back from a DNA test that shows the baby is mine. The person I was having an affair with asked for it. I felt a lot of different things, good and bad. Before I got the results, I thought I just wanted to be done with her and not have any long-term relationships with a real person we shared. But when I got them, I felt happy or pleased. For months, I knew I was going to have a child before I found out she was seeing someone else. Sometimes I can't believe this is my life and this is what my child will grow up in, and I hate her for it. She stays with him still. All of her things are still in our house. I'm not going to pack everything up for her. She only seems to care about taking the most important things from her. She texted me to say she's glad I'm the dad, and that she knows I'll be a great one. She texted me some baby name ideas last night. She's called, but I don't answer. I only talk to her. She asked if she could get some things today. I didn't stop her from coming in from the A house, because my lawyer told me not to. I told her it was fine, but he better not be with her. With whom did she show up? The jerk boyfriend. He doesn't mind going into the house behind her. His and my turn to stand in the living room while she went upstairs to get something. He told me she wasn't to blame for his presence. Even though she told him, I don't want you to come, he did. He told me he wanted to talk to me about, understands what I'm going through. But you don't know. But he loves her. And knows he probably isn't the father, he told me. He knows I won't believe him. He said yes, and then tried to convince me that he wouldn't try to watch the baby instead of me. We'll both be in her life now, so he hopes we can get along. He assures her that everything will be fine. He's taking care of her. What did he want with a pregnant woman who was already having a child with someone else? I told him I didn't know. It seemed strange to me. Then I told him I would hit him if he didn't leave my house. Her eyes were on something in the bathroom when I went upstairs. I was mad at her, so I asked her why she brought him along. I also told her I thought it was strange that he still wanted to be with her, even though he knows he can't touch my child and I won't let him. She said that he convinced her to go. She's sorry, she didn't mean for this to happen, but she loves him now. He's said to be what a 30-year-old woman wants, not me. She is building a nursery at his house, and I can do the same. She has no plans to do anything like try to get full custody. She doesn't want to get in the way of my being involved with my child's life. That's really nice of her. I followed her downstairs and saw him still standing in the living room. I went up to him and punched him. He fell back and hit the table. She yelled at him, "What the F, I don't care if he calls the police now." He deserved it. He would not have caused it if he had left. Just like I told him to, she texted me after a few hours to say she was sorry about today. That person is good, they care about her. And they treat me well. What he said was true. What the heck? Does he value me? He was making out with my wife in the gym locker room. I thought, that's not possible, that's fine. Thank you. I want to talk about this in a grown-up way. I'm to blame for how we fell in love. You'll never believe it. But I'm not after your harm. I only want to get along with you. He took my wife and is now taking my child. I mean, I'm the dad, but they're putting up a nursery in his house. I've tried not to feel bored or angry. I tried to believe that he was the trash man who came to get my trash. That's how I feel sometimes, But I loved her, and still do. I still want to be married to her, but this is terrible for me. For the DNA test findings, please play the drum roll. The judge says you're the dad. I can't even begin to say how rude it is that she came into your house with her side piece, like a get-together with friends. Talk about making things worse. It's clear that nothing he said is true. I feel so bad for you. You still have a long way to go. You also don't want to have to handle this mess without the help of a skilled lawyer. Now is the time to call the big guns. Trust me, you'll thank me later, when you're not stressed out about court papers and your grief. What are you going to do? In the box below, write what you think. Thanks for joining us today on Our Space. Please like, follow, and click that bell icon to make sure you don't miss our next movie. Have a good day.